Beautiful. What's going on, guys? Hope you are having a great day out there today, guys. We are heading back out, probably down to the motocross track today. Don't know yet, but we are going to take along the Talion 6S. Now, the first run on this thing wasn't too successful. Had some issues, had some air control problems, and just overall wasn't very thrilled with this thing at first. But we're going to take this thing out, give it another chance. I have now fitted this thing up with a set of the Dboots 4S backflip tires. I've now put a 20-tooth pinion on this thing, and we have a fan on there. This is a temporary one until I get a game changer fan on here, but at least it'll help cool it down a little bit. But hopefully now she's got a little more air control, and see how this thing jumps. We're also going to take along a bunch of other cars with. I'm going to take along the Creighton 8S with me, might take the Outcast 8S down there with me, and probably the X-Max. But anyway, guys, we're going to go have some fun, so stay tuned, everybody. The coast looks clear down here so far, so we are going to take out the new Talion here first and give this thing a rip and see how I like it now with the new tires, the new gearing, and see how she rips. I've also got this thing linked up to the DX5C now. It's my favorite transmitter, so we got this thing linked up to that thing now. We're going to run this thing on a Uwoo 5000 milliamp 6S graphene lipo, and we're going to take her out there and see what she's got this time, guys. So here's hoping for the best. All right, well, we got the Talion out here. Seems to be ripping pretty decent on these tires. She's definitely getting a lot more traction out here with these things. So we're going to give her a few jumps and see what the air control is like, guys. Here's hoping for the best. Like I had said in the past, on the last video, I want to like this car. You know, it looks like a lot of fun. Just wasn't currently set up and doing what I was wanting to do. But, well, definitely no, I mean, just a tiny touch of the trigger there. I was able to bring the front end up. Oh, jeez. A little too much. All right, well, we got to roll her back over again. See if we can actually pull some backflips and stuff like that with this thing. That I'm kind of curious about. Holy cow! Well, not the prettiest landing, but she has... I don't even know what that was. If that was a triple. She got some air control now. It seems like we're going to go hit some bigger jumps and see what the mid-air air control is like now. All right, well, if you guys remember, this was the scene of the crime on the last one where it just kept lawn darting off of this jump because, you know, I couldn't bring the front end back up on this thing and it just kept wanting to nosedive. See, I was able to correct it. I overcorrected it. But it looks like got a little more proper air control. I think I might have to reset my calibration on my controller because it seems kind of weird. It's like it starts to correct normal and then it gets really touchy. I almost seem to be overcorrecting it, or I'm just not used to the car. But we're going to try that again with a little prettier landing. See if we can get a better jump this time. All right, let's give this a try again. See, just a little bit of a touch of a trigger and was able to bring that thing right back level again. Now, it wasn't terribly out of whack that time, but I was still able to correct it. Try it one more time. Nice. That's what I'm looking for. I lost sight of it. Where'd it go? All right, I'm gonna get the car. I'll be back. Very promising. I might change the gearing down a little bit. Honestly, I feel like it's geared a little bit too high. I'm not sure how much I'm liking it. I might drop down to like an 18. I have a 20 on here now. Nice! Guys, the tires and the gearing definitely has helped this thing quite a bit. Well, guys, it has definitely changed this thing immensely with the tires. She's got some air control now. Definitely handling nice. Like I said, I might mess around with the gearing here a little bit. I'm going to rebind and calibrate the receiver to this thing too, because the throttle is not working the same as it did with the stock controller. I did go through the calibration last night, you know, setting it up. It almost feels like the ABC is kind of acting up or weird, and I might need to turn that off now that I think about it. I have it turned off in the transmitter, but I don't remember if I have to turn it off on the receiver. Oh well. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments, but I'm going to drive it as is. It's definitely controllable, and it's far better than it was on the first run, guys. Well, we've been messing around with some little jumps. I think it's time to hit the monster jump here. Time to send the Talon off this thing and see what she's got. Go ahead and get her lined up. All right, guys, here we go. Beautiful air control, guys. I mean, the brakes feel great. Be able to just really lightly ease on them. She corrected right out. Loving this thing now. Far, far better than it was on the first run. Those guitars that come on this thing might be great if you're going to keep this thing on the ground, but if you're planning on catching any air, get rid of those things. Well, guys, she took that first jump. Beautiful. Air control is a night and day difference on this thing. So, looks like we're definitely heading in the right direction. I am going to gear this thing down a tiny bit, though. Let's give it another one. Look at that. I mean, that is just, you cannot ask for better air control than that. It's not too touchy. You know, slam into a dirt mon. But it's not too touchy, and you can just lightly ease on that brake and straighten her out. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So, the 4S Dboots so far are a pretty good winner on this thing. I have got some suggestions about some other tires for this thing, and I might give those a try. But so far, the Dboots are working out beautiful, guys. Oh, jeez, oh man, almost hit myself. Trevor might be joining us down here later on when he gets off work, depending on how late I'm down here and how early he's done. But we're going to try not to kill him if he does show up. Guys, this thing is so stable, too. It's amazing how you can corner with this thing, and she just stays planted. Where a lot of other cars would roll, you know, it's that wide, lower stance of this thing just makes it really controllable on the ground. It's one thing it was never lacking, was control on the ground. We're going to try hitting this side jump here. Not too hard, because this is where I've sent them into the trees over there. We're going to try hitting this side. There's only one good spot on this mound right now, because most of it's pretty torn up. We're probably going to work our way towards the back of the track a little bit. Nice. She's flying so nice and flat. Big difference, guys. I know I was pretty rough on this thing on the first bash. And honestly, it deserved it. I mean, those tires and gearing that come on this thing is not meant for jumping. But now, seems to be a whole different story. Air control, much, much better. Alright, well, the last time I was down here, or the first time I was down here with this thing, we hit this jump once or twice, but I was feeling a little bit sketchy about doing it because of the air control. So we're going to give this a try now and see what she flies like and what the air control is like. Get her lined up here. Beautiful. Oh, she had to roll on the dome. Oh well. Had nice air control and she jumped it beautiful. I'm gonna have to do something about those shocks. I think the dampening needs, you know, to increase a little bit because it is getting a little bit too much rebound. So I might thicken up that shock oil a little bit. I think we're gonna try jumping this tabletop now. Get a little better traction and a little better air control. See what we can get on this thing. Oh, was just kind of all over the place. There's so many ruts, and that dirt is really loose down there. Right there, it is so powdery, guys. You can see as soon as I hit that, it just goes all over the place. I'm gonna try coming out with a little more speed. Well, I missed the down ramp, but kind of hit it. Also, guys, you know, I never try to promote anything on here, but I have had a couple people asking me about stuff, so I figured I'd let you know. If you don't, look in the description of the videos. I do have, you know, t-shirts and stickers and all that good stuff. If anybody's interested in a sticker or t-shirt, you know, the link is down in the description to Ink Monkey, and you know, that's where I have my shirts and stickers and stuff made. So if anybody's interested in one, oh, up, see. And then it takes a roll like that, down over the side of a hill, through the weeds, and ends up on its wheels. but it can't end up on its... It's always the weird ones. It's always the weird ones, guys. Man, this thing just flies. So stable. I mean, hitting those jumps, or the bumps, and the unevenness of this motocross track, and it just stays planted to the ground. All right, we're going to give her one more good send off of the side of this jump, and then maybe go find something else. But I'm just having fun with this thing on how nice it's jumping and how stable it is now. Oh, man. Oh, I think I knocked the motor loose, the motor wire. I can hear it's kind of got a weird cogging. All right, guys. Well, I got down here, and, well, as you can see, I am missing every single blade off of that fan. I knew that that fan wasn't going to hold up very long, but I figured maybe I'd get a bash out of it, but obviously not. But as you guys can see, you know, I got steering and everything. The blue wire down here in the motor was almost completely pulled apart, but yeah, it's still not going. So either the motor overheated and kind of went into shutdown, so I'm letting her cool down here for a moment, and I'll let you guys know if it's just, you know, an overheating, if it comes back to life here in a moment. But guys, just so you guys know the perspective on this jump, I just walked this off, and it was 105 feet from way over there on the other side of that mound to where I am at down here. So, I mean, it's a good leap, and it landed right into the face of this little berm here, which didn't help matters at all either, but everything's straight, chassis straight, you know, everything else looks good on it. She's just a little mad, I think, due to temperature, so I got to get that game changer fan on there and let this thing cool down properly, and a fan that'll actually hold together. But I'll bring you guys back in a moment. Well, guys, I figured I'd bring you guys back here for a moment, trying to troubleshoot the Talion here and see what's going on. As you guys can see, I have steering, but still no throttle. Now, I was just kind of going through process elimination here. I had another, a brand new BLX, you know, 2050 motor here. I plugged it in, still the same result. So it's not the motor. So it's either the ESC or something with receiver. So I'm going to now go through and rebind my receiver again to the transmitter and see if that does anything. If not, I'm going to guess these lovely Arrma electronics has died. But we'll get the benefit of the doubt and see what we get here. Well, it doesn't look too promising, guys. You know, I got a lot of people saying about how crappy the newer version of the Arrma electronics were. You know, I have a couple of these ESCs and, you know, the Typhon and some different cars. And that one's been holding up okay. But this one, it looks like she's bit the dust, guys. I have tried recalibrating the receiver and ESC 3 times to the transmitter. Every time I get the same thing. I get steering. There is no throttle whatsoever. And you can't even get this thing into a programming mode. You know, if you hold the switch down, turn the button on, it never goes into programming mode. It doesn't beep. It doesn't blink. It doesn't do anything. Other than the fan on the ESC turning on and me getting control with the steering, the ESC itself is doing absolutely nothing. So it looks like it's bit the dust. I've tried a motor, I've tried rebinding it a couple times, other than switching out the receiver or something like that, which is I might try when I get home just to make sure that it's not something stupid with the receiver. But the fact that the ESC is not even responding or going into programming mode tells me that it's the ESC, obviously. So it looks like I get to go through the warranty process, and hopefully Horizon, you know, isn't too backed up at the moment, because sometimes it's hit or miss. You know, sometimes you get on there and you get the answer the first day and it's shipped out to you someday. Other days you wait days. It all kind of varies, it seems. But anyway, guys, beyond the ESC dying, the car performed awesome today. I mean, it handled great. It jumped beautiful. Really happy with the performance of the car as far as the handling and all that goes now. So you know, I'm going to try put another stock ESC in here. If this continues to give me troubles, you know, I'm probably just going to buy, you know, a Hobby Wing or a Castle or something like that and throw a different ESC in there. So we'll see how it goes, but I had a lot of fun with the car nonetheless, guys, and luckily it broke at the end of the day, which is always a good thing. But I appreciate you all stopping by today, guys. I had a lot of fun out here and finally having some fun with the Talion. She ran great today, but the ESC bit the dust on that last landing, unfortunately. But you have those, and those things happen, and not much you can do about it. There's no point in crying and bitching and whining, because it's going to happen to any car. But that's going to do it for the video today, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. So until next time, y'all, be safe, be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.